I can't wait. I'm salivating at every report. I'm sure, and rates, 30-year rates are going to hit probably at least 6%, but probably actually 7% by the end of this summer. That's going to be a problem for people. And maybe end of next year, 8, 9, 10%. It won't stop people from buying, especially qualified people, but it's going to cut out 90% of the demand. Huge amount of demand. I mean, there's a point in which the rates are so favorable that anybody and everybody could do it, That's not indicative of proper equalized economic health in that industry. You know what I'm saying? It hit a level there that got out of control. They hit infinite. It's like a divide by zero error. It hit infinite, and that it doesn't compute. So now those ratios need to come back down and then smooth out again, and that's where we're heading. Where demand is properly dividing in mathematically, and so it won't be out of control anymore. It'll be within a particular zone of parabolic curve, just like in calculus or whatnot, the bell curve. It's going to be within the proper. We were out on the way out in the standard deviation land. Now we're entering the proper zone, and so demand's going to get way cut off. Because infinity, it's a 90% reduction in demand to go from infinity to 10% demand. You know what I mean? Still looks like the demand might be there, but I mean, we're cutting out every ant, every creature on the earth that wanted to buy real estate. Now you can't do it anymore. You can't be in debt. You can't have bad cash flow. You need to have the cash reserves to be able to maintain. So it's going to be only for certain people. And coming forward now for the next year and a half. Be ready to buy at the end of next year. Don't buy at the end of this year. It won't have enough impact yet. All right. I refresh the market chameleon. Anything else is popping that I missed? SATL, SATL, possibly moving that over. I mean, this BBI isn't doing anything. Let's put it over there. TL. Why it's taking a while to come up. In the meantime, take a look at the whole market here. Oh, yeah. In the meantime, I gotta pop up to live on TikTok. There goes RVSN. It's about to break the pre-market high. Handle type breakout. If you put a little trend line there, like Brandon knows how to do, you could have gotten in something around 215, and now it's hitting 230, 231, 229. It doesn't mean that now isn't a time to get in, but if you do get in now, you have to get in for less risk and a wider stop. The stop to the last pivot, which would be $2. $2 is your stop to calculate your 1% as well. Let's see. What was I doing? I wanted to look at this one, Saddle. Boy, Saddle with a lot of potential, but really pulled back. But who knows? Maybe it'll do something. Okay. All right. So oil is now up to $107 a barrel, and energy responding accordingly. Both oil and energy well above yesterday's high, not just their close, but their high. So that can be good for some industries. not necessarily for others. Rates are back to 2.99% roughly. So that's going to put continued pressure on growth. And here, everything probably today is going to be going just sideways for a while until the Fed makes their announcement. And you have to be a poker player or a chess player to understand this. But the reason why the market is waiting to move is not because it doesn't believe that they're going to make it 50 basis points. They're going to raise 50 basis points. It's because there exists a small possibility that they'll say something else. So when the Fed says it's 50 basis points, and then the market starts moving whichever way it's going to move, it releases all that uncertainty, tension in the market. It's not because people think it's not going to be raised 50 basis points. It's because they want to be sure it's not something else. It's the contrapositive. It's consideration of the contrapositive. Thought I'd better remind Evan, deep in thought here. 1 minute until they open. Wow, you're right. Jesus, where did 9 minutes go? Dude, thank you, Jason. How the fuck did you know that I lost a sense of time there? That is crazy. What happened? Did I go through a time vortex? Was I sitting here drooling for 7 minutes? I was in a what the fuck? That was crazy. Where did the time go? All right, 10 seconds until they open, people. What the hell happened? We'll talk about that in about 20 minutes. All right, RVSN, keep an eye on it. That's the one with some momentum this morning. Jason, that is hilarious, dude. All right, RVSN popping already, 233. Got a lot of good movement here. CPSH. CPSH looking like a strong continuation possibility. CPSH. Where do I have that? I think I have that. No, I don't. All right, CPSH, a good follow-through trade around $4. CPSH. I'm not going to be able to get all these posted into the alerts. CPSH. Next up, we got SD. RVSN with a very wide 217 to 235 range there. And also, how's Redbox doing? Okay. RVSN continues to be the strong mover. Possibly, we could get a lot of energy from SATL if that starts moving. SATL. RVSN now crapping out. Watch your stops. Watch out for the 210 pivot and also the $2 pivot. Those should be where you get out of RVSN if you're in it. All right, SD, Sandridge continuing with a strong continuation. That's an entry for our growth. Growth picks. SD. It's a breakout. Cup and handle breakout. And they are oil. Okay, got that one out. CPSH, let me take another look at it now. 2 minutes later here. Yeah, CPSH continuing to look good. For follow through, it's only $4.50. Could easily be heading to $5, $6 in the next week or two. CPSH. All right, next one to look at is SBOW. Yeah, SBOW for what is this, day 1 or day 2? Earnings are tonight on SBOW. So you could take a little nibble here on SBOW to position yourself for potential high growth stock break and run. Get your cost average down by taking a little nibble here today on SBOW, setting up before ER. Next up, yeah, there's CPSH. Did I already mention about CPSH? Not in the alerts, no. And CPSH is, yeah, I'm not sure what they do, but they've been on the radar before. SD alert, MAT alert, yep, and CC. CC continuing today. What was I just looking at? CPSH, I just want to know what they do. Producers of metal, matrix composite components used in various electrical systems. Semiconductor manufacturing industry produces metal, though, however, so it's in metals, and that's a good demand there. So CPSH, decent industry and good demand. CPSH metals. That is one of the industries with some appreciation projection still out there right now because of inflation. The VIX is at about 28. That's another alert on SMCI. Checking it out. SMCI, what's there? Wow, that must be a post-earnings result. SMCI. If in 15 minutes it's breaking new highs, that could be an entry. Otherwise, it's going to gap fill. Yeah, but looks excellent as a company, but it's in hardware peripherals. Makes application optimized server systems, chassis, and server boards and power supplies for distributors. Supermicrocomputer. SMCI, Supermicrocomputer Inc. Not necessarily the best industry right now. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's an industry in decline. So I think, let's not get into that one. The market pulling back at the open here after jumping. BTTX starting to curve up a little bit. EYES. EYES. Okay, EYES has recently been on a run. Keep an eye on it today because if it gets lower and close to the 10 moving average on the daily, that may be a spot for you to pick some up, or even the 6 or the 7 moving average. It's been moving fast. Okay. ZYME, ZYME, hanging out, making progress. There, we're already in that. CPSH was at the AIT. ZYME has been good to you the last few days, says Mike. Okay, I'll check that out. TAIT looks like it wants to continue. You could nibble at that and increase and pyramid up and average up if it starts to move up. $4 a share. TAIT. This is a penny stock trade. Not Swing 100. Continuing some of the alerts that have come up. Alpha Metallurgical Resources breaking above a breakout point. Earnings are tomorrow, I believe. Let's see. Yes, tomorrow morning. Earnings on AMR. So you can nibble here pre-earnings. This is a huge company that's been going through huge growth right now because of inflation. Coal is its industry. Saddle starting to come up now after a flush out. This could be a very strong sign. Saddle. You could nibble here, or maybe grab some more at $11 breakout. Maybe it'll get to 14.15 today. Maybe it'll test. Maybe it'll break the high of the day. Test 20. Saddle, SATL. Alert. It's got some potential. Oh, BBBI just got alerted. That was exactly what I took off in order to show Saddle. What's going on BB? No, BBBI is nothing. ZYME, you wanted me to take a look at ZYME? Okay. How do you manage with all the volatility? I get in a lot of positions small, very, very small. And if they work out, then I start increasing. Eventually, I'm in just a couple of positions that are big. Yeah, ZYME, nice reversal and breakout today. This is a very nice continuation moment on ZYME. However, it is coming up on the 50 moving average up above at around 67.50. So if anybody wants any of that ZYME, ZIM shipping, RVSN is trying to make it all the way back up to the high of the day, 235. Should it be able to do that? Maybe it'll go further. Again, don't day trade unless you know what you're doing, you have experience at that, and you have at least $30,000 in your account. Because let's say you get into RVSN at the breakout and then it starts pulling back on you, just get out right away. Boom. But if you're restricted because you don't have enough money in your account, you're going to be forced to have it to hold when you should not. Get in a bad habit, You shouldn't even day trade with less than $30,000 account. Target hitting an alert point. Let's see what I see. No, I'll let that alert out tomorrow some more. Ooh, INVZ up a lot. I'm already in that one. And now up 11. What is that? 11%. But that one I've possibly flown and gone. That's really up now. INVZ. Becca says STSS. That's moved before. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, STSS has gone from 1.38 to 1.56. That's not much of a move, but it is doing it on increasing volume. It doesn't seem very active. It's got some price movement, but it doesn't seem very active. Continuing to go through these, JSPR is just making good progress on JSPR. Right, and then also, if you haven't got a chance to get into JSPR, that's a potential opportunity. It still hasn't completely flown and gone yet, and yet it's at a good buy point. SLHG. Why did I get alerted on that? I see. Okay. I think I have any of that. Do I? No. Not a buy point. TTI. TTI continuing to make progress on that. Oh, there goes RVSN with a really strong bar, very wide. It looks like a fake out, but yeah, fake outs can be when they break out and then it flushes down, it can go either way, really. That can be a sign that now that's the top and we're going to be declining, because that is a shakeout in the opposite direction. Or that flushing can bring in a lot of new demand, and then we run. It's, so you have to watch it. TCRT. Okay, a lot of projected volume today on TCRT. This is a penny stock, looking good. TCRT for an entry for multiple penny stocking, swinging. Am I still in Merck? No, I think I sold that the same day. I'll double check on it in a second here. Let me get this out. TCRT. Okay. It's got an alert on ExxonMobil. That's interesting. Okay. No, it's not projected to be a. Yes, it is projected. You're gonna have to check on that in a minute, Jack. No, not projected on high. IMSCI. Remember IMSCI? Interesting. IMSCI breaking out again today. Whoa. International Money Express. Wow. What a price increase. That must have been off of earnings. Yes. Great earnings reaction this morning. We are 5 minutes through the open right now. You can grab some IMSCI for earnings continuation. Chart trader alerts. IMSCI. Yeah. And you can add more on the IMSCI at the end of the day or tomorrow on further follow. All right. I think, I was just going to say I threw everything, but there's AMR, AVCNF. Okay, that's doing fine. That's at a potential buy point. TCR, not a sell point yet. TCRT continues to look good. Yeah, looking great. TCRT. Okay, now I can take a look at MRK for you. Yeah, when did you get into MRK? See, what was the reason we got into MRK, Jack? What was the reason we got in? Are you typing it? Hopefully, Jack, you were listening. What was the reason we got into MRK? Maybe you're looking at the chart and you're trying to remember. RVSN might work out as like a day swing type trade with the pivot points, but for high frequency trading, boy, it's not a male dog. EHTH. Sometimes it's what you don't say. Yeah, EHTH is now hitting 1034 on low projected volume. That's the issue there. Low projected volume. So if you take that trade, be careful. EHTH. I don't like to see a big price increase on low projected volume. That's just manipulation. What was I saying about MSKI? I was saying something about Merck, MARK. But I can take a look at MSKI. What is this? Oh, that didn't come up. No, I think I was talking about Merck. So Jack, do you remember why we got into Merck? MRK? When did we get into Merck? I think it was on the 29th of April. Double check. Yeah. Do I ever do streams just explaining everything I do for beginners? And you'd say you did join the Discord. Okay, good. Yes, every Thursday night we do a 3-hour class. It ends up being 3 hours. It's supposed to be 1 hour, but it tends to go about 3 hours. And we talk a lot about theory there. I also have all those classes cut up, edited, archived, and organized for you in my Market Mastery. If you'd like that link, ask me in a private message somewhere. It's called Market Mastery. Yeah, HCDI is probably a good swing. Let me double check on that today. Yeah. This is a decent level to get in here on HCDI, right at the trend line. I like it a lot. I have some. Apple. I'm getting an alert on Apple here. Let me take a look. Yeah, we're going to have to wait to the Fed meeting on that one. Fed announcement. But keep Apple on your radar today. Apple is just right at the precipice. It's just like, if everything's positive, may I run? It's like Apple is one of the strongest setups on the entire market right now. If it's the right result, Apple could give you a good return in 1, 2, or 3 days if that's all we get out of a run of it. But if the market runs for 5, 10 days or more, the return on Apple could be extreme. Could go from here 161 to 100 to the top, to test the top 180. Nice call on OST yesterday. Still holding some. Yeah, we've got a little pullback here today. Thank you, but I'm still in at that low average price. I think that was Rebecca who brought that up the other day. JAKK following through. Very nice. Second day follow through on JAKK. This is excellent for, this is technically a penny stock type of move, JAKK, but it's turning out to be a regular move. Good move. Yeah, LTHM had good earnings. Yeah, somebody's just talking about JAKK. You could enter now for continuation. It's looking great. I don't remember if I alerted that yesterday, but I'll put it back here in Chart Traders alerts. Yeah, if you want to day trade, you need to learn how first. But I want to go and shoot weapons. I want to fly an F-15. Okay, learn how first. Okay, because a lot of fucking things at stake there, like your financial life. Where is my jack? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so Jack, good, and then ONCT. This is one I don't think I got an allocation in, but it looks good. ONCT is at a buy point. It's pulling back today, but it's at a trend line buy point. As long as it doesn't break yesterday's low or the 10 moving average, it remains a buy. ONCT, Oncternal Therapeutics. ETTX is grinding up. Yes, it is. Where the hell is it in my? Right. Yeah. Ever so slowly. I'm in at like $1.40. Penny stocking that one. Not a day trade for me. BTTX could present a day trade if the momentum picks up. ONCT, CPSS. Okay, good. I do have some of that. All right, that's correcting a little bit way at the top of yesterday's candle. That's fine. Apple with the another alert. Checking on that. Yeah, things are going well for Apple. If the Fed announcement works out, like I said, if that's the way the market wants to go, Apple's going to run. So you might want to nibble small here, nibble small, with the intent of cutting out instantly if it doesn't work out, and increasing if it does. But you won't know until the Fed announcement occurs. Essentially, Apple. All right, getting that off. Alpha Metallurgical Resources and SysX was another one that seems. Oh yes, nice follow through on SysX. Penny stock around almost $9 now that I got at 5 cents. I have delayed information on that particular chart. SysX down. Hit 945. All right, well. Lyft is down 30%, correct, yes. Lyft, they had a decrease in their demand and their revenues. We were talking about that this morning. Meanwhile, Uber had an increase in their demand. Let me take a quick look over at Uber. Yeah, Uber being bought up on the dip. Best price was $26. It's now $27.10. Lyft being dumped. So you're well within ER reaction short range now on Lyft. That decrease in revs was not good, and increase in revs on Uber, that's a differential you want to play. Short Lyft, long Uber. Let me check in on LTHM. Who's shorting Lyft? Follow the what are you going to do with that? Is that going to be a day swing, or is that going to be a multi-day swing? Figure that out. Risk accordingly. If it's going to be a multi-day swing, then you start small today. You add more at the closing bell, or tomorrow morning on follow through, or both, all three, and then the next day further more. But once it's 5% out of the gate for you, plus 5% in return, you need to let it run freely. No more averaging into it. There's this stock TMDI that I like to call too much damn information. Titan Medical Incorporated. It is at an okay buy point right now on decreased volume pullback after a huge push day. TMDI. This is the kind of day you look for. So you can start to average in for a penny stocking play on that one. 50 cents roughly is where it's at right now. There goes RVSN. Make sure you take your profits fast on that fucker. It's faking out a lot. That's like only scalpable. The only palpable way to approach RVSN is scalpable or whatever. AMCR, LNG. Very interesting. We're getting breakout alerts already today, which we haven't gotten for how many days now? A lot of growth stocks with breakout alerts. Well, SATL just not happening. It broke down. It's breaking pivots. Forget it. Don't get into SATL. Educational purposes only. Disclaimer. I got to put that up here. All right, I'm taking saddle off of my high-speed monitoring system. Red box is holding around the $7 range. DX grinding up slowly. APRN on the decline. Let me take a look at that on the multi-day chart. Yeah, that's not good. I'm going to get out of APRN. Oh shit! It is on very low projected volume. I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold and reapproach that midday. All right. ZYME, let's see, they're going to be reporting or have reported. Yeah, they're going to be reporting in after hours. They're at a buy point right now based on the last 4 days of activity. I am on Stock Twits. Is that what it's called? Stock Twits? Yeah. You have to look up Evan Evans, I think. Profile. Your name or whatever. Yeah, Evan Evans, EVANS. And not how I spell my name, but about Stock Twits. INVZ is back to the open. Okay, well, it's still progress so far. Still above yesterday's close and yesterday's low. You know, it's continuing to make higher lows and higher highs. So that's progress. That said, it's okay to scale on the upper side of that and re-enter on the bottom side of that. CYN, that trades over for the moment until we can get a green over red on the daily on increased IN. FRGE popped to 29.30, continues to test and try to test 30. Oh, thanks, Carl. Watch one. If you want to watch one, watch either The Perception or The Poker Club. Those are both good suspense thrillers. But I've certainly done a lot. I have lost count. 200 movies, something like that. Mini TV shows. And some games. Wikipedia. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not even going to be the most inclusive list. Check out IMDb. Am I still bullish on Merck? Well, you know, uh, yes, but you got to take it a day at a time. I mean, the answer to that question is usually an investing answer, and we don't invest, we trade. So it's hard to say. It's kind of the wrong question to ask, Christy, but I know what you mean, but it's kind of the wrong question to ask because investing doesn't work. Investing doesn't beat inflation. Investing doesn't beat the market. Only trading does. So what the question to ask is it at a breakout point? Did it just break out? Should I be in it, therefore? Did it pull back? Did it fail the breakout? So therefore I should be out. Is it continuing? Should I add on? These are the proper questions to ask. Not, is it still bullish? I mean, because that question can be answered as a trader even. Yes. But in context right now, there's absolutely no reason to be in MRK. So in context, if you ask, am I still bullish in something that you should not be in? We have a conflict of what we're asking about, so it seems like we're asking from an investing point of view, and that's not really the point of view we want to ever ask. We ever want to be in, rather. Investors are losers. Investing is just a way to, protect your capital a little bit, but it doesn't build wealth. And then, of course, we always get into the, I don't know if anybody's heard me talk about like the Buffett discussion. Everybody out there always wants to say, but what about Buffett then? Yeah, Buffett doesn't invest like you guys do. He buys companies. And when he does invest in companies, he gets preferred stock or he does a private deal. He's not a investor like everyone else. And he actually got lucky on a couple of points in his life. And then, it's easy to compound. It's easy to compound a tiny bit every year if you're diligent. But if you can do that on a huge lucky win, you're going to do well because the multiples are going to be so wide. By the way, the market, the Qs, the growth market, really crapping out. Take a look at that on the daily chart here. It looks like a lot, but we're still tightly within the range that we recently were in. So we're doing nothing. It's a fugazi. There's nothing going on here. The speed of money theory. Yes, thank you. Yes, day trading and swinging and investment. You should have them all for different reasons, but investing is it should be a controversial word. It's not, but it should be. In that sense, you can invest to some degree, but you should also not invest to a huge degree. So anyway, the market looks like it's moving a lot, but it's not really moving a lot. It's a small little inside candle. And we're waiting on low volume for the market to take off more. RVSN is starting to curve up again for another breakout. Long term is for losers. Well, I mean, it seems to be, right? Like, the diamond hands philosophy. I have a larger time frame perspective on things and know what it means and apply it, but yeah, stupid. All right, you guys, I'm going to have break for breakfast. There's just not enough happening this morning. I'm going to break for breakfast now. BTTX, yeah, it's still climbing. I'll catch you in the group. Thank you very much. You guys over on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, make sure you click the link there to come check out our trading group. Do I use any AI bots? No, because AI bot, the best it can do is work on excellent thesis. And that's just not enough. Gonna have to know how to trade. We're still ahead of the bots on that one.